Good morning, YouTube people. I'm still working with this owner in Texas who's got a problem situation that I've never seen before. He says that the fuel in his bowl is all disappearing overnight, which makes no sense to me whatsoever unless his carburetor is physically damaged. The bowl is cracked. I'll show you what I'm talking about here. Farrer's car has not been driven since Sunday. Farrer's car made kind of a unplanned trip to Robeson County on Sunday. About a 70-mile unplanned trip. Did just fine. Air conditioning worked like a charm, thankfully. Like tomorrow, I think, or day after tomorrow, is the first day of fall, and it is still hot. I have no idea what's going on. But anyway, so this car has not been driven since Sunday. The engine has not been started since Sunday. And we're about to find out how much fuel is in the bowl. Should be about full. Maybe down just a hair. Of course, the sun's been beating on the car, so that no telling how hot things have gotten in the engine compartment here. By the way, this is how you take the top off the carburetor. With one hand, holding the camera with the other. I'm not even looking through the little viewfinder, so I don't even know what the camera's pointed at. There we go. Alright. So, Farrer's car has not been started since Sunday, and you can see fuel has evaporated, but I don't know if you can see where the level of fuel is. I'll tell you what, let me go get a little screwdriver here. By the way, this is why Farrer's car is not sitting on the pad. The pad is now a construction zone. Now that Farrer's car is mobile, I can start building that. That's the frame hoist there. That's how I raise my frames. There's the first frame. And hopefully, not too many more days, we'll have all the frames in place. Alright. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it's actually lower than I expected. So fuel has evaporated out of Farrer's bowl over the past 4 days, but you can see there's still fuel in there. We're about quarter of an inch maybe from the bottom of the bowl. Certainly enough to start the engine. And as I tried to explain to this owner in Texas, everything from this point down, this is the needle valve seat, is a solid casting. There's nowhere for the fuel to go. The bowl is one solid piece of aluminum here. He was worried about the jets. Well, you go from the fuel wells up. This is the passages go from the jets over to the Venturi cluster and then up and over. And this is where the fuel is discharged into the airstream. So this is uphill. his fuel line is just like Pharaoh's fuel line. It is uphill. I have to do this to get up and over the thermostat housing. But, you know, fuel can't go uphill. You know, it's liquid. It's gravity is not going to pull it uphill. So, I don't know where his fuel is going unless there's a physical compromise in his casting. And I've asked him, I said, do you see any signs of damage? Did the post office drop the box and crack it or anything? I mean, you know, if he's losing a bowl of fuel overnight, that fuel is going somewhere. And it has to be down. Gravity pulls it down. So he should see it in the intake valley. I've suggested putting a piece of construction paper. Construction paper has water-soluble dye. So I said, well, put a piece of construction paper underneath the intake manifold. And if liquid is leaving your carburetor and dripping down into the intake valley, you should see discoloration on the construction paper. So I don't know what to tell him. I mean, this is Pharaoh's car sitting in the sun. I mean, as you can see, there are no trees directly over top of Pharaoh's car here. So this thing just bakes in the sun all day long. And after baking in the sun for 4 days, his bowl is not totally dry. It is down, but it is not totally dry. So I don't know what to tell him. You know, I can make him another carburetor, but it's going to be like this. I mean, I test drove his carburetor. God, his stayed on the car for like almost a month. And it's going to be just like this. I mean, when it's at my house, it's not going to be disappearing fuel. And so, you know, unless he didn't get the connections tight on his fuel line, perhaps. But even then, this is as low as gravity can pull it through the needle valve seat. You know, once you get below this is a solid piece of brass. So, you know, once you get below the needle valve seat, it couldn't even drip through the fuel filter. So I just don't know what to tell them. Watch this space.